What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Unknown Codings channel. And I might have clickbaited you a little with this title, but I will explain why I think that. So I'm doing this flag, like the picture that you just saw there. This is an aluminum flag. It was cut out and manipulated with the grinder. That's why you have all the weird marks on it. I'm gonna go ahead and spray dazzling blue. Now I have masked this. You can kind of see the green tape here, and that is just to create a nice defined edge. Obviously, as most of you know, probably the American flag is red, white, and blue. Only gonna have two colors on this, as the blank space here is representative of the white in the flag. So to create those hard lines, I put tape and then I spray the part down. And as you see here, I'm just using an air nozzle to go ahead and blow all the excess powder off. Now, you could go through and vacuum this the exact same way. In fact, I assume most people probably would. If you have a booth that is very efficient and will pull powder away, this is the way that I prefer to do it. This way is not perfect. You still have to go through and wipe it, which you will see. And then when you do the second coat, the red, you'll see that's actually a little more involved. But I start blowing all the powder away to begin with, and then go ahead and move to like wiping and vacuuming, things of that nature. Now this thing's all prepped, we're gonna throw it in the oven. Just do like kind of a flash cure on this, and it comes out looking like this. So now we have our blue done. Went ahead and pulled all that tape that was creating those nice crisp lines, because you're of course going to want those. And you can kind of see the manipulated metal here. It is a cool look. I actually do really like this look. I just the issue with doing things like this to the flag, like I said, I'll get to. Gonna go ahead now and spray. I believe this was lollipop red. It is a candy red. I believe it's lollipop. I admittedly don't remember. I am spraying the whole backside to make sure that there are no bare aluminum areas on this. Because this is bare and it's a candy, it'll be more susceptible to, or if you left it bare and it's a candy, it'll be more susceptible to filiformic corrosion. So you're definitely not going to want that. That's that ugly kind of spiderweb looking corrosion that you see under clears and candies and things of that nature. So go ahead, throw the candy red all over this. Don't have to worry about recovering the blue, but we're also not going to worry about overspray on the blue. Now, there are people who will tell you, oh, just tape this, just tape this. You could. You're going to spend a lot of time taping it. You're going to have to cure the powder either more or fully so that your tape doesn't affect it long-term in the oven. And to me, that was worth the hassle. So I am actually using one of the tools from the Coating by Coats kit. Admittedly, I don't use this tool a ton. It was actually pretty good for doing this particular task, much better than just using the vacuum hose itself. I actually have kind of a review of the Coats products coming up here in the next couple of videos. Just kind of my honest thoughts about the kits and kind of the pros and cons. I know he comes out with lots of stuff, and he's been doing it for a long time. And some of the stuff that I'm using, there even might be new updates for some of it too. So I'm going to go through, kind of give, an honest review and let you guys know what I think, and tell you some areas that I think it can be improved and some of the areas where I think it's one of the better products I've ever used. So you can see I'm using another Coach product here. This is just, I'm using this to basically create that tight line that the tape was also creating initially, because I didn't want to retape all this, like I said. If you guys enjoy powder coating or powder coating content, it would be awesome if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, all the different things that we can do on this channel to help it grow and throw it back in the YouTube algorithm. I got a bunch of really cool videos coming up all through the month of December, and then I have a pretty wild January planned with a crazy amount of videos that I've been working on. I've been trying to put out a video a day and editing it and saving it and doing all that. So, subscribe to the channel. You guys will see all that stuff moving forward. Another great place to look for powder coating and powder coating information is the UKC Army Facebook group. Lots of good content in there, lots of helpful people, whether it's new people looking to learn or experienced people offering advice. It's been a great community, and I love seeing it grow every day. So you can see here, I'm still kind of working this out. I actually left a lot of this footage in just so you guys could see. This is a bit of an involved process, I admit, especially trying to cut these like really sharp lines. I tried a couple different tools. This one did seem to be the best for doing this particular task. Now, there are other ways that you could go about doing this, but I was trying to give all these tools kind of a run and see what I liked about them. Some of this footage actually is going to be included in the review that I have coming up. What I'm doing here is just blowing out all the stars. Some of the red powder, of course, ended up inside the stars, and you don't want to cure it and have those edges turn purple, or cure it and have, go to put it in the oven and some of that red powder falls out onto the blue, and then you have weird purple spots in the curing process. So I'm just lightly blowing all these stars out to make sure they're good. All these weird edges, the top edges here, you don't want to have powder on any of these. This is a thing that I have seen a couple people overlook when they're doing jobs like this. And I think it's one of those things that, especially if you're doing two colors that don't have a lot of contrast, it's probably very easy to overlook. So this is just a reminder to make sure you check all these little edges that I think a lot of people just don't think about. And I guess I should kind of explain my title. I love the American flag. I love my country. I don't love desecrating the flag in any way, like modifying it. And by that, I mean putting these thin blue line things, because that's what this is. Now, this is for a charity thing. I've done them before. I admittedly will probably do them again when they're for charity stuff. I just don't love doing stuff like this. It's not even that I'm anti-police necessarily. I think the American flag is the American flag, and we should leave it that way. And if you want a flag to represent police or anything else, you should just create your own, rather than manipulating something that most of us are very proud of. So once again, I kind of apologize for the clickbait title. Just understand that is in fact where it was coming from. I spent a lot of time here trying to make sure that all of this was perfect. You end up seeing me go over this with, wiping the last little bits off of my fingers, and then a, very lightly wet microfiber. What I do now a lot of times to make sure that the microfiber does not get too wet is I put like a spray bottle, use a spray bottle with water, and just like mist the outside of it. That way there's just a very tiny amount of water. You don't want to leave enough water on there that you're going to have like dry water spots, or hard water spots, I guess it would be in theory, for once that goes in the oven. You can also get away with it by just letting it dry before you put it in the oven, but this is a very busy shop. So this is it right before it goes in the oven. It actually looks great like this. I actually kind of liked it with the solid tone red, but once it went in and you could see all the manipulated metal again, I of course liked it even more. I'm going ahead now and throwing in Tiger's Bango Clear. If you don't know, this is the gloss clear that I prefer over every other clear on the market. It's the best easily, it's the most consistent, lays the smoothest, glassiest, doesn't get yellow. Well, assuming you don't overcure it, doesn't get yellow. But the dazzling blue and the lollipop red here over this manipulated metal out in the sun is absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.